I have an album review. God damn it! I feel like I start every time I just do a review. I start it like that. I don't know why. Anyways, Job for a Cowboy with their new album Sun Eater. Um, this is their fourth full length record. They have a couple EPs, most notably the EP Doom. It's kind of what set this band, to popularity. Anyways, so yeah, this is a new album. It came out November 11th on Metal Blade Records. This is the follow-up to Demonocracy from 2012. And I enjoy Job for a Cowboy's music. I've enjoyed them as time has went on, for sure. I I'm gonna get so much shit for this. I think Doom is like one of the most overrated pieces of music of all time. Just my opinion. I really don't think it's that good. The Genesis was better. Ruination was better. Ruination's a fucking great album. Demonocracy was fantastic. And this album is fantastic as well. Job for a Cowboy is really... Every album, they're really expanding their sound. And to anyone that thinks this band's deathcore, or even just labels them as deathcore, it's like, no, they're not deathcore. They haven't been deathcore since 2007, brother. I'm sorry. This album very much expands the sound and the direction that they're going. And it's very evident from the very first track, Eating the Vision of God, and Sudden Nihility is the second track. Those two tracks kind of go hand in hand, and they definitely flow together very well. You almost don't know which part you're listening to, but it's very cool. And I enjoyed a lot of the guitar work on here. Fuck, I got it. I'm gonna butcher it. Al Glassman and Tony. I'm not even going to try to say his name. They do a fantastic job on the guitars, and I think the thing that I enjoyed the most about this is the soloing. These solos fucking rip on this album. Job for a Cowboy has always had really solid solos, but goddamn, they are so good and so well written, and it's just performed so well on this album. I thoroughly dug the solos on here, but Eating the Visions of God, I mean, it starts off kind of slow, and the catchiness of the whole riffage in that entire track is very solid. And that's the thing that I feel that as Job for a Cowboy has moved into more of a death metal band, that's something that they've kind of lacked. I feel like they have their standout tracks on their records. But not every song really stands out. And I'm afraid to say, in my opinion, it's kind of the same path on this album. Not every song really stands out. It really starts to blend together a little bit towards the end. But some do really stand out. Like I said, the first two tracks really stand out. The Synthetic Sea is an absolutely fucking phenomenal song. That's one where the solo really stands out to me. And just as a whole, it's a very catchy and good song. It's all in a circle here. What is it? The Celestial Antidote, that's it. That track is very, very solid as well. And another thing that I think has just gotten better is Johnny Davies' vocals. He has always been a fantastic vocalist, in my opinion. I love... He's got one of the most unique voices in more extreme metal. Just his guttural lows just sound so much different than everybody. They just have a different tone than anybody else, and his highs just pierce your ears, and it's fantastic. I feel this is probably his best vocal performance. I feel when this band is on fire, they're on fucking fire, and there's not much that can top them. And they definitely have their moments on here. But that's the only thing that I think really lacks is that, they do start to blend together a little bit. Now, I've always felt that with every Job for a Cowboy album. Maybe it's just me. But, like I said, I mean, Johnny Davies' vocals are pretty good. And the guitar work is probably the best part. I mean, there's a lot of melody on here. There's a lot of, like I said, ripping solos. And there's some really solid riffs. Like, I keep getting the riff and eating the visions of God stuck in my head. That do 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 do. Another really awesome thing about this album is Danny Walker from Intronaut did drums. And you know, it kind of blows my mind. I mean, Intronaut is an extremely talented band, but, you know, they're definitely nowhere in the style of Job for a Cowboy. And here he is fucking blast beating away and just fucking aggressive drums, and he does an absolutely phenomenal job. Their drummer before, what's his fucking name? John the Charm Rice. I don't fucking know. I put this stuff as a reference. I'm going to go off a tangent right here. People get mad that we don't know every fucking song. I listened to this album since it came out, and I've listened to it probably 5 or 6 fucking times. I do that with every single album so I can form an opinion. Because maybe I listened to it first few times, I'm like, you know, every song kind of sounds the same. And I've listened to it my 5th time, and I'm like, every song sounds fucking same. Not every song sounds fucking same, like I've explained, but, you know, maybe if I listen to it more, things will change. And you know, I'm a very busy fucking guy. I don't have time to memorize every guy. I don't have time to memorize every fucking band member. That's why I pull this up as a reference. So if you, because if I didn't, I would get things wrong, and then you'd be like, fucking keyboard warriors and fucking yelling at me. Whatever, man. Anyways, Danny Walker does a fantastic drum performance on here. And I mean, Job for a Cowboy's drums have always been absolutely top-notch with any fucking drummer that they've had. But here, I mean, it's cool to see a different side of Danny Walker, in my opinion. Because, I mean, I love listening to Intronaut's music. I think they're one of the most talented bands out there in music, period. And so it's really cool that he can kind of just flip a switch and boom, he's playing this really aggressive shit. Anyways, there's some cool songs on here. I don't think I love this album as much as other people do. I don't think it's, you know, the greatest thing. I don't even know if it's my favorite personal Job for a Cowboy album. But if you're a Job for a Cowboy fan, or if you're a fan of death metal, I definitely suggest you check it out. I mean, I do really enjoy it. The artwork is fucking amazing. If you can see that there. So good. Anyways, I really do enjoy some tracks on here. And I enjoy a lot of things. Especially those solos, dude. My God, they're so good. 8 out of 10. See you later.